Wednesday, September 7th, 2016. Monaco 64 here, home of alternative economics and contrarian views. This morning I received a notification from Amazon of a new book that's come out, and it's called The Curse of Cash. And it's written, it's just come out today, I think, at least in the UK. So it's a brand new book. It's by Kenneth Rogoff. And I'll just read here a little bit of the details about the book, and I quote from Amazon. It says, from the New York Times best-selling author of This Time is Different, and then there's a quote here, a fascinating and important book. That was Ben Bernanke, who probably wrote a forward to the book or something, I'm not sure. But apparently Ben Bernanke, former chairman of the Federal Reserve, thinks it's a fascinating and important book about phasing out most paper money to fight crime and tax evasion and to battle financial crisis by tapping the power of negative interest rates. The world is drowning in cash, and it's making us poorer and less safe. That's according to Kenneth Rogoff. In The Curse of Cash, Kenneth Rogoff, one of the world's leading economists, makes a persuasive and fascinating case for an idea that until recently would have seemed outlandish, getting rid of most paper money. So you see, it's starting. So you've got Kenneth Rogoff and Ben Bernanke, and the reason I put them both together, and I'll talk a little bit about Kenneth Rogoff, or Ken Rogoff. He has a PhD in economics from MIT, just like Ben Bernanke. I think, yeah, they were born in the same year, actually, 1953. So they're contemporaries. And I'll read here a little bit about his career from Wikipedia, and I quote, early in his career, Rogoff served as an economist at the International Monetary Fund, IMF, which is the foreign arm of the U.S. Treasury or Federal Reserve. If people think they don't work together, they must be a bit deluded. So he started his career at the IMF and at the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve System. So he was in the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve System, and he worked for the IMF. So he's in, the pocket of the bankers. We all know, I've made videos before about who really owns, the Federal Reserve banks, district banks. It's the banks within that district, which are private banks. So here we have Kenneth Rogoff coming out with a book, The Curse of Cash, and it's just come out recently, pushing for this cashless society, arguing that we need to stop money launderers, criminals, and terrorists from using cash, so we have to ban it for everyone. And the thing is, 95 or even more % of people are law-abiding and decent people, and they're not criminals. So you're gonna, take away their freedom to hold on to, their wealth and put it and keep it in the banking system by banning cash. Well, I would say that the people who are acting like criminals are these people like Ken Rogoff and Ben Bernanke, who are calling for a cashless society, and so they can impose negative interest rates, because the banks, which they are puppets of, and the monetary system, the fiat monetary system, is on its last legs. So they basically want to make sure that people have no way out of this crumbling financial system, and that they can steal your wealth, because basically, or your life, basically, because money, in the end of the day, represents your life. What you do, where you put your energy to, who you exchange your services and the products you make with other people. Basically, it is your life. So they're trying to, by you know, coming up with a cashless society and this excuse that it is to fight money laundering, terrorism, and financial crisis is very disingenuous, in my opinion. The reason they want to do this is they can tax you or steal your money in a legal fashion with zero interest rates, and make sure that you have no like alternative, that you're like in a prison and you can't get out, you got no choice. Excuse me, and you can't keep any cash, physical cash. And if you try to take physical cash out, they won't let you. So this is bad news. Hopefully, this system will implode, this fiat money system, and people like Kenneth Rogoff and Benjamin Bernanke, will go into the dustbin of history and be discredited. They're not really economists. They're charlatans for the banking system that we have now. They're turning banking on its head. In the Middle Ages, bankers were people who usually evolved from, goldsmiths, people who kept money for people who, for rich people who had a lot of money or physical gold or silver. They deposited in the bank for safekeeping. And they were supposed to be able to go back and take their money. But nowadays, it seems like banks are not safekeeping people's wealth and money. They're there to suck people's wealth and money. And I think this is just horrible, and this is just an example of it. I'm not going to buy the book. I'm not going to spend my cash on it, Mr. Rogoff, or Professor or Dr. Rogoff. You've got a PhD. It's just disgusting, in my opinion. I wouldn't, take it if he gave it to me. It's on sale for £15 on Amazon. So the curse of cash. So it's more, in my opinion, the curse of central banking and the fiat money system. What else? As I said, people should be able to be free to safekeep their wealth, assets, money, whatever way they want. To give this excuse that cash is bad because of terrorism and money launderers is just disingenuous, because 99% of people are law-abiding people. And even the terrorist excuses, is lame, because before 9/11, you had people betting on the airlines to go down by buying puts days before 9/11 happened, and they did that through the financial system, and they didn't find out who the terrorists were. It was done through Alex Brown Deutsche Bank, an investment bank in New York. How they couldn't investigate that, I don't know. And also the money that went from Saudi Arabia to the to the perpetrators of 9/11, it was done through checking accounts and banks in the U.S. It wasn't done through physical cash. So that argument is just very bogus. So I think people need to wake up and make sure and fight this. I guess one way to fight it is start using more Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, and buy physical gold and silver if you have extra cash in the bank, to make sure they can't take your cash away, because that's the way it looks like it's going. They're using this as an excuse to impose negative interest rates to steal your money so that they can keep their banks from going under. So if you enjoy my videos, please like, share this video, and subscribe. And if you'd like to donate to my channel, I've got 3 links below. You can go donate Bitcoin. You can donate through PayPal or Patreon. Take care. Bye.